So let's do an update on Barry Morphew. Barry Morphew killed Suzanne Morphew. He shot her with the tranquilizer dart. We don't know precisely how he had killed her. They said there was no blunt force trauma, so I guess he could have choked her. He could have maybe just shot a bunch of tranquilizer into her. She had like a little cancer port. They found a cancer port still connected to the bones. So, couple updates here. So, the extradition, he was in Arizona, and he had waived his right to challenge his extradition and has been waiting to be transported from a jail in Phoenix to Colorado. And he's actually in Alamosa, Colorado, here right now. And then tomorrow he has a hearing. So they are getting on this case pretty fast. Now they're getting on it pretty fast. There's another place where I had saw that they had found the remains like September of 2023. It wasn't found until September 2023. And they said that CBI had stumbled upon her skeletal remains in a shallow grave during an unrelated search near the small southern Colorado town of Moffett, about 40 miles south of the Morphew's home. 40 miles away. And then an unrelated search. Why would they be searching in this spot? Who were they looking for? How did they find another So one person was missing. They're searching it, and then they found somebody else. That's trippy as shit. Let's see here. Let's get these two records from Barry Morphew's 2025 indictment revealed that BAM is only available by veterinarian prescription. So is he a vet? How the hell is he getting a hold of this BAM? BAM is the powerful mix of sedatives of butorphanol, azapirone, and midetomidine. BAM. So we're just going to go with BAM. I think BAM is actually the best damn evidence that they got because they found the bones, right? They found the bones and it's 40 miles away from the home. He was the last person to talk to her. That doesn't necessarily mean that it was him. I mean, is there some doubt? You got to prove your case beyond a reasonable doubt. So you got to be 91% sure. So is there reasonable doubt? The BAM thing seems pretty much just, they got him. They got him with the BAM. I mean, she died. She's got BAM tranquilizer. Why would any human have BAM tranquilizer? It's for an animal. So why would she have tranquilizer in her whatsoever? And, there was this one little thing here. It said that the Colorado Parks and Wildlife and National Park Service had been issued prescriptions of the sedative in the years leading up to. So now I'm thinking, because before they had claimed that only Barry Morphew had BAM in the entire state of Colorado. He might have been the only private person to have BAM, but if veterinarians can get it, vets can get it, how many other vets could have got it? And then Colorado Parks and Wildlife, they have the tranquilizer darts too, and the National Park Service. Well, that's a lot of fucking people that have BAM. Before, when I thought it was just him and only him, Colorado Parks and Wildlife have BAM. So she was found in a goddamn national forest, right? So could it be somebody part of the Colorado? Goddamn, could it be part of the America's Parks or Colorado Parks? And then could it be some vet, right? Could it be just some random vet? The only reason I float these ideas, she did have another lover. And the lover should be put on stand. So she was cheating on Barry Morphew. And so she's cheating on Barry Morphew. The guy was questioned. There was some DNA that had matched in the glove box. And it said that it matched some sort of serial killer. He looks guilty as shit. So yeah, I guess I'll keep on following this case because to me, he looks guilty as shit. And if somebody can just straight up murder their wife and then pay a damn lawyer $1 million and then just go walk free, what kind of fucking country is this? What the fuck are we doing? Just a bunch of criminal motherfuckers who have enough money to pay for a lawyer. So that means if you just robbed a whole bunch of banks and then they tried to convict you for bank robbery, well, you could just use that bank money to pay a damn lawyer, and then that damn lawyer would get you out of the bank robbery. I mean, it's almost like the lawyers are being paid with the blood money, and then you got the money through the blood money, right? So you had to do some bank robbery shit, and then once you got the money, then you could get off the hook because you got the money to do it. It just makes me think of like fucking shit. Working a 9-to-5 job and being, playing by the rules and working hard. It just almost seems like that's a fool's tide. It's just, makes you think you're a fool for doing it the right way. But Colorado Parks and Wildlife National Park Service, could it be somebody else? Maybe it could be, I don't know. Indictment also detailed evidence. Yeah, we already knew that the body didn't decompose in the shallow grave. So that means somebody else had the body somewhere else for a while, and then they hid the body down in that spot, which is weird. That's crazy. Would you have it in the freezer for a while, and then it decomposed? Did it decompose, or was it torched? Did they cremate it? I got some questions about how could the bones have, shown up there. After 21 months after her body was discovered, he was indicted for murder. Okay, so it was dismissed, but without prejudice, meaning that they could bring the charges again. Let's see here. He lost the extradition, or he waived extradition, which, if I was his lawyer, that tells me that his lawyer is not a fighter. His lawyer wasn't even going to go to the extradition hearing. Go to fucking Arizona to the extradition hearing. These fucking lawyers, even if you pay them $1 million, then they think they know it all, and don't even get me started with lawyers. Me and Jesus, we do not like lawyers. Jesus says, damn fucking lawyers and the people in the courts, they put so much of a burden on people, they load your back up with all this burden and they don't lift one finger to help you out. You so-called experts. That's why Jesus says if you and your adversary are walking to court, you make sure you work it out between you two, because the court isn't going to fucking make anything better. They're going to fine both of you, put both of you all in jail, both of you guys are going to go bankrupt. That's not going to help anybody out whatsoever. Make amends with your adversary before you get to court. So let's see. Morphew's been extradited. Let's see here. He was reported missing. Is there anything else? What is this building of? And a bunch of ads. Okay, so I think I already read. His first hearing is set for 1:30 p.m. July 1st in the Alamosa County. So that's fucking tomorrow. 1:30 p.m. tomorrow is his first hearing. And is that going to be the arraignment? Is that guilty or not guilty? Or is that just the reading of the charges? What are we doing there? And let's see. Fremont County District Judge Ramsey Lama granted a motion filed. I want to know all the information, so I'd be very curious about who the damn judge is. Who is the judge that's going to be trying this case, Barry Morphew. And then there's this little article here, and I'm just going to go through it a little bit, and then I'll call it a night. First-degree murder charge. Barry Morphew is being held in the small city of Alamosa. He was arrested June 20th in Arizona. He waived his right to challenge the extradition. Do you want to challenge the extradition? No, I do not. Why not? Why were you in Arizona? Has been waiting to be transported. He's living in Arizona because he's sick of Colorado, but he's like, I'm just going to go straight back to Colorado, and I'm going to conquer these charges and then come back here. Just to me, if you're a lawyer, you would want to fight in every hearing to the maximum that you can. Every hearing that's there, Unless it's just so fucking obvious. I don't even know, like a dispositional hearing, a preliminary hearing, an evidentiary hearing, extradition, all these hearings, you should take it to the max. You should, file whatever motions, have whatever kind of hearings, have whatever witness statements you need. Morphew is scheduled to make his first court appearance on Tuesday afternoon. This said Kelly, so she's saying these things. Was this at a press conference, or is this a 2024 autopsy said Suzanne Morphew had died of unspecified means, but ruled her death a homicide. Her remains showed no signs of trauma. They found in her bone marrow a drug cocktail used to tranquilize wildlife. What's going on? Hey! Don't keep hurting each other. If y'all hear each other in pain, don't hurt each other. I guess I'll just read this for a couple minutes. Man. Sometimes, I mean, they're puppies, so you would think that they would have some sort of empathy, but it's like they have fun roughhousing and they're playing, and then the other one's crying in pain and they don't let up. No, if you're in pain, you fucking stop. That's your goddamn sister or brother. I'm not even for sure who it was. But let's carry on. David, let's see. Oh, god damn!